Alright, let's jump into this thing. It's 6 o'clock. We're going to prep for some Dungeons and Dragons. We are going to create more homebrew Gothic Horror setting stuff. So, when we last left off, we were working on the southern realm of Layna Tustani, which is down in this desert area. While we were working on it, we came up with the origins of the realm and the general feel of the realm, and you know, vampires are in charge, that kind of thing. And the humans that live in this realm are coddled and cared for like prized cattle, and it sort of creates a situation where the vampires seek total control over every aspect of the lives of their servants, while also trying to gain secrets and knowledge from these other realms, sort of utilize that in their own personal growth. So, we made a lot of progress, but we didn't really get a chance to flesh out the realm itself. So, that is what we're going to do today. We're just going to give it 1 hour and see how much we could build, and then kind of move on from there. So let's see what we've got. Let's see. We're going to zoom in here on our Inkarnate map, and we've got Alamano. Let's see if Alamano is in any way been added over here. It has not. All right, so down here at the very bottom, we're going to start adding some settlements. All right, now we do have the town of Fandale there, which is run by, Lynn. And Fandale is technically a part of Vone, but it has, it's neighboring this realm right here. So it's certainly going to have some influence from the desert kingdom. So let's go ahead and add that node in there before we forget. Excellent. All right. So going back over here, we're working on settlements, and we're going to go ahead and add this one, Alamano. And Alamano is going to be right where they start to enter the marshlands and kind of exit the realm. So I'm going to put some notes here about it. And we'll put marshlands, rice farms, river trade with Vone. Gateway to the desert. Hey, what's up, guys? Okay. So that's what we for sure know about this place. Let's see what else we got. We got 2 border settlements right there. I can't tell if they are part of Tesfall or if they are part of Tustani, which is always kind of telling. And then over here we've got Zlazova. So let's go ahead and add that real quick. Zlazova. Alright, and what we know about this is it borders Folka. Okay, and since it borders Folka, what is going on here? If this is where they're getting the trees and whatnot that they need to build the many ships and barges and whatnot that they use in Layna Tustani, that's going to be like a long haul, right? From here to here. If that's the case, there would be some kind of caravan trail, I'm thinking. So let's go in here and turn on all these colors. I thought we had just a straight up black. Watercolor cities, watercolor battle maps. Okay. So let's reduce this brush down. There we go. And I guess it would kind of connect maybe like that. So we would need to add another settlement right there. Okay. Here we go. So we'll go ahead and add this right here. That makes sense. Okay. So we're going to need a name for that one as well. And let's see. Source of Fey lumber. Let's see. Also a reliable source of secrets. Oh, like not have anything on the border there? I guess. I don't know if they would leave their border undefended, though, is the problem. I'm not so much worried about there being too many settlements. I just wonder if, is the desert enough to protect the realm? Like, wouldn't there be some kind of settlement that would set up here? And maybe Slazova is not from... I think this might be covered already in Folka, now that I think about it. Let me check. I think we may have already fleshed this place out. We did. This is Trades of the Desert area, blah 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 blah. So we already had this place worked out. So I'm glad we double checked. It also didn't make sense, like name-wise, naming convention-wise. Borders a source of Fey lumber, blah blah blah. Okay. So and then we have that over here, Trades of the Desert area. So we'll do that and duplicate it in both places. There we go. Okay. And it's also the start of the Desert Trade Road. There we go. Cool. The world's getting big enough that we're starting to overlap ourselves, so that's kind of cool. Alright. In that case, we do need to come up with a name for this settlement and the main city. And I guess the question here is, would they bother to have a stronghold or something this far out? I mean, I feel like they would have concerns about Tesfall. So I want to say that there would be sort of a border realm right there. I don't know if there would be one tucked into this lake area or not, or if this would just be ruins or something. So I'm not really sure what to do with that one. But this one we definitely need to put a name down. And what I'm thinking we could do here is, even though they have this polluted water right here, it would be kind of cool if they had made a canal of sorts. And then they were using that canal to access the river from this trade slash fortress type deal. So let's dig that out real quick. Here we go. We have to subtract it. There we go. Something like this. And then over. Yeah, I feel like that works pretty good. Alright, so this will be not so much part of the Serpent Trench, because the Serpent Trench is right there. This will be some kind of canal. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Now, the name itself, it sounds kind of Italian. So I guess we'll go and we'll grab some Italian sounding names. Tucked in the area seem more like a point of interest. Yeah, big agree on that one. So we got to come up with a good icon for points of interest, I guess. Let's see. Something that we can't really ignore and we will have to come back to later. So let's see, not that. What about, we just put some compass marks down. There we go. Be hard to ignore these guys. Alright, so definitely thinking there'll be a point of interest there. That seems pretty good. And within this area, maybe something tucked over here might be kind of cool. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I'm sure there's plenty of other areas we could have points of interest, but because we have this barren ass area over here that we have no idea what's going on there. Alright, without getting too off track here, let's look up some cool Italian town name generators. Alright, Southern European town name generators. Okay, they're all Romance languages. It should all work out. Alright, what do we got here? Let's see. Mecleon. Not feeling it. Gravoli. Nope. Kale. Blaguna. Leoville. Oh, these are all terrible. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going. The Serpent Scale. For the trench? Maybe. Or not the trench, but for the canal. Maybe. Let's see what else we got here. Tonde. Tonde actually sounds kind of cool. Tyrannia. Ooh, I like Tyrannia. So we're going to call this Fort Tyrannia. Or Tyrannia Keep. There we go. And Tyrannia Keep is going to be where they hold off their weird construct neighbors. There we go. So that works pretty good. And then Tonde. Vitoste? Read this to me, Ruben.
Vitost.
Vitost? No, that's terrible. Give me some more names. Spamus. Wow. Turney? Turney's actually pretty good.
Tierney.
Tierney. Masqué.
Masque.
Okay. Not really digging any of these. Serpent's Fang. Yeah, I like that. We'll just call it the Fang. There we go. And let's see. Trebus Adiz. Ooh, Adiz is pretty good.
Adiz.
Adiz and Alamano. I almost like Adiz for the main city. It's like real simple, but I kind of dig it. I like simple things. I'm a very simple person. What about this? Sasari.
Cesari.
Sasari's pretty good. What else we got here?
Udadina.
Nope. Is this Vagina?
Vagina.
Vagina. We'll keep going. Velion. Ooh.
Valian.
Velian. I like Velian. Alright. Velian, you are a wiener. We'll put you right here. There we go. Alright. So we got Alamano. Let me check the dock and make sure we don't actually have Alamano already on there. Alamano? We do? Oh. Well, I'm gonna appropriate Alamano from Vone. And we're gonna move it over to Layna Tustani. Okay. It's just what happens. It's nothing personal. Alright. So I think we got quite a few things to work with here. So Alamano is going to be... I think I already put it up here. Marshland, rice farms, river trade with Vone, gateway to the desert realms. Let's see. Major river port and trade hub. Alright. And then we've got this one that's technically not under Layna Tustani rule. Independent. Okay. Then we have Tyrannia Keep. There we go. We did not go with Vegeta, even though Vegeta would have been an adorable name for any city. Maybe we'll throw Vegeta in there somewhere later. I don't know. Let's see. Tyrannia Keep. And what's going on here? This is a fortress. Slash city. Renown. Military. And it keeps watch over the neighboring realm of Tesfall. Okay, supplied via the man-made canal, the Fang, which is fed by the Serpent's Trench. Okay. Sounds pretty good. And let's see, then we got Velion. And Velion is... let's see, end of the desert trade road that leads to and from Folka. I don't really know what else to put about Velion, so we'll use the settlement guide for that. And then Adiz is the capital city of Layna Tustani. It is the seat of power for the noble succubus. It is home to the greatest library in the world. It features floating islands and endless waterfalls, fed and powered by rifts to the inner planes. A great furnace fueled by elemental fire. Alright. Maybe Velion has sea barges that lead to Adiz and is the seaport for the vampires. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, there is no real sea. There's just this huge lake, the Chesmar Depths, in the center of the world. But Velion could be known for its shipwrights. That's a good idea. Oh. Which is interesting that Strigiforms is the name for the order of owls belong in, because Strigas are a type of vampire in Eastern European lore. Yeah, a Striga or Strutskia is a woman transformed into a monster by a curse. She's filled with hatred for all living beings, devouring them without a second thought. So that's kind of a neat crossover there. So yeah, let's go up to Velian and we'll add renown shipwrights. Shipwrights? That seems right. Okay, renowned shipwrights. Okay. All that seems pretty good. So there's a lot going on in the desert, but not really. We got big open swaths of desert here with nothing going on. But we do have our settlement guide, so we can go ahead and jump into that for some more ideas. And also, same people that made this are doing a Kickstarter right now for a new deck system called the Oracle deck. And it's basically like a storytelling system that you can use to build stories and tell stories procedurally using a deck of cards, which is kind of cool. All right. Let's check our table of contents here. And we will jump to Fortress. There we go. All right. And Tyrania Keep, which is a fortress. What is the difference? Keeps, castles, and strongholds are all kinds of fortifications. This chapter allows you to build each on the foundations of the one before. So a keep is a single fortified structure, which kind of sucks. A castle is a central keep, and the whole structure is surrounded by a curtain wall, and a stronghold is essentially a super castle. Well, we want this to be a stronghold then. So we'll call this Tyrania Hold instead of Keep. And I will update that accordingly. There we go. Who knew that a hold was better than a keep? I guess the people that wrote that book, but still. Let's bring it back up. There we go. Let's see. In this chapter, you will find the following sections. Oof, my eyeballs still hurt so much. Everything's so bright and or small. Let's see. In this chapter, you'll find the following sections: General, Keep, Castle, Stronghold. Roll in these tables if you intend to make a stronghold. Okay. Building your fortress, we want to make a stronghold. Start with the general section. Continue on to Keep. Then go to Castle. Then go to Stronghold. Okay. Because each one builds on the previous. Alright, anybody who is hanging out, if you got any dice handy, let's start rolling some dice. Okay, we need a D20, and a D20, and a D20, and a D10. So, yeah, we need 3 D20s and a D10 if anybody's got them. Throw them out into chat. And then we'll need 2 more D20s after that. So, a whole bunch. Alright, let's see what we got. Starting at the very beginning here. Looks like we had a D20 from Dufam for 15. The fortress is located in the middle of an established settlement. Okay. So we're going to say Stronghold. And it is a fortress city. And we're going to say that it has a well-established settlement. Okay. Then Dom threw out a 3. It is a recent construction. I guess that kind of plays out because these Layna Tustani is ancient. It's the first realm of the 5 realms. So I guess it would make sense that they didn't need this until recently. It's between 20 and 100 years. So 20 to 100 years old. Alright. Let's see. What condition is it in? Dufam got a 7. It's only an average condition. Average condition. So I'm gonna chalk this up to a lack of stone. Is a major issue. Let's see, lack of stone and metal, because they really don't have either of those things. Improving the quality of the stronghold. Anything that looks solid is likely a facade. In actuality, much of the structure is sandstone and wood. Alright. Let's see. Then we need environments. We got a 12. A 12? Let's see. Condition. Age. Oh, we gotta skip. We already know this is a desert, so we don't need that D10. So we'll get the D10 later, I guess. Let's see. Then we go down to expense. Here we go. Expense is a 12. Moderate. Medium budget. Alright. Moderate funding. Okay. I'm gonna say that they continue to value intelligence, work more than defense. That makes sense. Okay. Primary building material. Let's see. Bricks. According to Lex, they use bricks, which we already established. So there we go. It's very sad. I feel bad for these vampires. They really need to, like, you know, take better care of their shit. Alright, now we need a D6 and a D20 and a D8. I'll go ahead and use this D10 over here. From Dom. Immortal Command. Well, that makes sense. Reason for construction, Immortal Command. Yes. Ordered to be built by the noble succubus. I mean, that makes sense. Alright. What do we got here? Looks like a D6. We gotta go back for the D6. There we go. Unique building material. 5 on a D6. Ice. Ice is an infinite source in a frozen tundra. Huge blocks could be cut and shaped to build a great fortress in such a location. Well, it might not be quite as tough. Okay, so we're gonna say interesting feature. Stronghold contains a block of eternal ice. This is useful for many things. And we'll just leave it at that. It's kind of cool though. Alright. Then we go down here. And we got reason for construction. Resource origin. Okay, we got a 14. Imported. That makes sense. Let's see. All resources are imported via canal. Okay. And then let's see. We have a D10 roll. We already did that one. We got D8 roll. There we go. 7. Did the builder want to project piety? Okay. So, Stronghold is a testament to the noble succubus and her leadership. Okay. Let's see. We need 2 more D6s and a D20. And then another D20. And a D12. And a D20. And a D6. And a D20. And a D20. And a D20. And a D20. And a D6. Man, we just be throwing out random, all the dice here on this one. D10, D12, D12s, D8s, D8s, D10s, D10s, D4, D6, D6. Wow. This is a lot of information about this fortress. Alright, let me scroll back up. Okay. Kind of scrolled pretty far down there. Let's see. Resource origin, reason for construction, design theme was for piety. Alright, so now we're going to go and grab some D20s here. A 13 from Dom. There is a hidden back door. Okay. I mean, sure. Okay. And let's see. I'm assuming it would just look like a dope Castlevania castle, honestly. It would probably look more like a Castlevania castle than the place where she actually lives. I feel like this would be the Dracula's castle of the setting. Would be this, Tyrannia. Would be the Dracula's castle situation. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh, lots of dice. Lots of dice rolling in. We got a D6 for 6. Local impact. Advantageous. The fortress immediately benefited the local area in a big way, perhaps resolving a serious issue. Okay. Advantageous. The Stronghold prevented the existing settlement of Tyrannia from being absorbed into the realm of Tesfall. Nice. Alright, and let's see. Local impact. It is stable. Residents are... Let's see what we got. 13. Peaceful. Okay. Seems pretty easy. Oh, residents. It's a big difference. Okay. There are many circumstances that could suddenly or gradually empty a fortress. Perhaps it was conquered. If you would like there to be a chance that a fortress is almost or entirely abandoned, include the following options or less deserted. That's kind of cool. Oh, man. Let's see. Resident relations, D12. I think Lex rolled a D12 for us. We've got a 3. Struggle. 2 staff members are at odds with each other. That will be interesting to develop. Alright. Resident hobbies. 18. Brewing. Okay. And let's see. Resident attitudes. That's happy. Okay. Checks out. Blood beer. I mean, you could brew more than beer, but blood beer does sound kind of cool. They also don't really have any wheat, so I don't know how they would make beer. They don't have like hops or grains or anything. I mean, they have rice. Blood Saki? Okay, let's see what else we got. So the residents are happy. Garrison size. 18. No, 18 was for brewing. So then the next D20 roll, 17. Okay. The garrison is large. Substantial. More than enough to keep the fortress well defended at all times. Nice. Alright. So we're going to put size, large, guard bunks. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, garrison equipment. We'll need another D20 roll. Let's see. Yeah, I could roll this one. Here we go. Oof. The garrison equipment is in poor shape. Damn. Okay. If you didn't want to do like a horror game, you could totally do like a Birthright style game, and you are like a group of nobles who have been assigned, like noble vampires who have been assigned control over this stronghold, and you have to like get this shit whipped back into shape, basically. That could be like the whole mini campaign, is just keeping this place defended and building up its resources before a huge attack comes from Tesfall. It doesn't have to necessarily be a horror game, you know? It'd be kind of cool. Alright, so we'll put, again, a lack of stone and metals. Okay. I almost feel like the noble succubus like ordered this be done, but like she's fostered such a sense of like superiority and security in her people that they don't actually take this seriously. Like they're like, yeah, and they built this really big, cool looking fortress out of clay. You know, like, it looks amazing, but it has, like, no substance to it. And she's also so busy with, like, her other shit. Like, she looks over at it, she's like, thumbs up, looks great. But, beneath the surface, it's just a hollow shell. It's terrible. I like that. Because it's easy to say, oh, this is this impenetrable fortress, blah, blah, blah. But here we have this thing that actually has some real issues. Alright, so let's see. Okay. Now we've got a D20, and the D20 says current issue. The current issue is an 18. Magical anomaly. An area of magical disturbance is causing problems. Residents may or may not be aware. Okay, that's kind of cool. Could be related to the lake. Okay. And the party will have a member who actually subscribes to the succubus. Look, nice. Yeah. Lex, I feel like she definitely, like, ordered its construction. Like, did a cursory, like, oh yeah, there it is. And then was like, and went back to what she was doing. She's like, we're set, you know, defenses, taken care of. Because I guess she too is overconfident, which is a constant thing that seems to be bringing this individual down throughout her career. Issue severity. How severe is this issue? Critical. Oh my god. Current issue, critical issue. Jesus. It's a very real threat. All right. Then we've got history. Okay, so let's see. I need a D10 for history. I'm not really seeing a D10 in there, so let me just go ahead and do this. 2. Notable family tree. A resident within this fortress is very... Okay. So we'll say leader is directly descended from the noble succubus. Let's see. Secrets. Alright, we need a D12 for secrets. I seen a D12 rolled in there. We got an 8. A tryst. Is that how you pronounce it? Tryst? 2 people within the fortress got married in secret and have been trying to keep it quiet ever since. Who would fucking care about that? That's like the least interesting secret ever. Alright, well, we'll throw it in there. Add a Romeo and Juliet subplot. Alright. Oddities. Alright, this is another D12. Hey, Lex coming in clutch. Alright. 9. Creaky step. A single step on a certain stairwell is the cause of much befuddlement. It's common enough for old and well-used stairs to make some noise, but this one seems to creak regardless of maintenance, to say nothing of the fact that the step was made of solid stone. Okay, this is a little weird. Add a mysterious, creaky step? Question mark? Alright, let's see what else we got. Alright, special feature. We need a D8. I think I saw a D8 earlier. Maybe? No, I think we've burned through all of our dice. Okay. Do I have a D8? I don't even think I have a D8 out on my desk. Wow. Alright, I will wait for someone to roll. I need 2 D8s. 2 D8s. Oh, there we go. We got a 6. And then we got a 10. That's cool. So 6 is a catastrophic event. The structure was the site of something miraculous. No. Sorry, the structure was the site of a terrible or tragic incident. Okay. Alright. Special feature. The original settlement of Chorania was nearly wiped out by flesh poachers from Tesfall. Cool. Find the table below to match your special features and roll for further in depth. Alright. Arcanist, that checks out. Who were also undead. Okay. The flesh poachers, that all checks out, were led by undead Arcanist. It's nice when it all, like, just flows together nice and neat. Alright. Magical properties. Let's see. We need another D10. There's the D4 I asked for a billion years ago, which is a 2. Unseen hands. The fortress was built without anyone ever seeing the builder. It seems to grow unobserved each day until it's finished. Ooh, I like this. Part of the issue with the fortress looking strong but being weak is the original fortress was built in one night by an enslaved djinn. Nice. I like that. Plus it keeps the desert theme. It's good stuff. Alright. So then, magical properties of the fortress, or around the fortress. So that's a D10 roll. That's an 8. Nexus. Magic here seems to be more potent and effective, but the veil between worlds also seems thin. Otherworldly entities may be drawn to the magic here, which resonates with their home plane. Okay, so related to the critical crisis, there is a tear between this realm and the far realm. This leads to more wild magics and also the influence of Eldritch secrets and creatures. See also nearby lake. Ooh, this is starting to actually go in a pretty cool direction. Okay. What else do we got about this fortress? Intriguing purpose. We need a D6. Anybody roll a D6? Lex rolled a D6 there. We got a 1. Protection. The fortress was built to keep something safe. Well, no shit. I don't even know if that's worth mentioning. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Catastrophic event. We also need a D6 for that. I'll roll it real quick. 4. Betrayal. A significant trust was broken here. The attack from Tesfall was unexpected. Up until then, the two realms seemed to coexist and support each other. Now, tensions are high. Yeah. Ooh, that's cool. Let's go back to that Romeo and Juliet thing. Alright, hold on. Okay. Someone in a position of leadership has fallen for a creature from beyond the veil. The tear in reality. It /she/he makes all manner of promises that they actually believe and want to keep. In exchange for the tear being torn wider to allow them in. Oh, that's good. That's good. Alright. Maybe. I like, is the enslaved djinn still there, or is the enslaved djinn maybe in the service of the succubus, and she told them to go do this shit, and they were like, yeah, boom, there's your fucking fortress, but since it didn't specify that they wanted it to be a really good fortress, they probably asked for a very impressive fortress, so they made an impressive fortress, and the impressive fortress is just basically a clay pot waiting for Link to come and smash it. So yeah, I'm kind of digging that. All right. Yeah, it's all kind of coming along pretty good. I like this fortress. All right. What else do we got for here? Let me move Velian much further down. Okay. Miraculous event. D8. We got a D8 up here, and we got a 6. Prophecy fulfilled. Events previously foretold saw their culmination here. Okay, we could wrap this up with the lake and the rift. That seems pretty good. Start clumping these together. Bizarre location, if we are so inclined. Let's see. We need another D8. There's one, a 7. Beast colony. The fortress is built in the midst of a colony of uncivilized creatures. Oh, perfect. You know who just showed me some cool beasts that she was working on? My good friend Vivily. She's actually working on these scorpion people, What? So let's throw some scorpion people around. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Regional humanoids equals scorpion folk. These are actually genetically modified living biosoldiers created by Tesfall and used in the original attack on Tyrannia, abandoned after the battle. They have bred true and now live in the sandy wastes surrounding the fortress. Man, this just gets cooler and cooler. Yeah, very cool. All right. Stop. If you only need general ideas for your fortress, stop here. If you want to build a castle, keep, or stronghold, continue on. Well, let's see how much time we have left. We have 7.5 minutes. So let's build some more shit. Oh, wow. They're actually going to give us directions on how to build a map of our keep. That's really cool. Is it a box or is it round? Only a D6 will know for sure. All right. Well, the first D6 that I see is a 1 from Lex. So this is a box. Box fortress. A little boring. All right, here we go. Box shape. Okay. Size. I wanted it to be very large. Do we have a D20 roll? Let's find out. Ooh, a 17. It is very large. Nice. Well, nope. It's not very large, but it's large. So we'll take it. All right. Wall thickness. I think we saw a D10 earlier. Looks like an 8. So 10-foot walls. All right. And let's keep going. We need the D20 for number of floors. Okay. Do we need a new D20? Let's see. And then we need another D20 and another D20. Oh my god. All right. So 15. There are 4 floors. Damn. Stairs lead up to the wrapping around the structure if necessary. Okay. So it's got a upper floor entrance. That definitely feels like a Castlevania, a castle. That's super dope. And then entry defenses. It just has some reinforced doors. That also checks out. Because it's not very secure. Alright. And then you can actually count how many rooms are in your fortress. This is wild. I don't know if I really need to go this crazy on it. Because I don't know if we're going to even visit this in the campaign that we run. Obviously, the idea of running a Gothic Horror Birthright campaign is now very, very appealing to me. I really like that idea. Of you're like a bunch of vampires trying to like get this keep back into shape while fending off the aggressions of your necromancer artificer neighbors. It just sounds really cool. All right, let's see what else we got. Then if we're actually going to be a castle, we have all this shit. So geographical advantage. All right, it's in a desert, so we need to roll a D4 for the desert. So let's check it out. I think with the work that we're putting into this setting, I might just try moving forward to only run games that take place in this world. Even if they're like store-bought games, I'll like adapt them to this setting. All right, so this is on a hill, which makes sense for the second story entrance. All right. Oh, and then it explains how different castles work. That's really cute. Let's get a D20 out here. Let's see how that works. Looks like Dom gave us a D20 for a 6. A shell keep. Okay. So basically, it's got its little squat square guy in the center, and then it's got a little round doodad around it. That's kind of cool. Hey, what's up, giant space crab grab? Alright, let's see. We're gonna need one more D20 to figure out the size of the outer castle. Actually, it looks like we're gonna need a shitload of these if we really care about the towers and all that kind of stuff. Wow, this really covers every aspect of building a castle from scratch. It's wild. 14. Let's see. 14 is medium. Okay. Alright. So, let's see. Okay. We're going to skip over all this stuff, because more than likely, if I do develop this further, I'm going to want to just build the map in Inkarnate. Let's see, curtain wall defenses, explains how all these different types of defenses work, how gatehouse works, whether or not it would have a moat. I feel like it would have a moat, so let's put that down. Moat fed from canal and dock. It would probably have docks as well. Alright. And then we skip over all that stuff to go to the actual Stronghold part. So this chapter builds upon attributes that you rolled in previous sections. Oh, okay. So this is how you get even thicker walls, even taller walls, even more fortified towers. Okay, this is all kind of cool, I guess. Yeah. Let's skip to this. Let's see. Dom got a 19. Let's see. Melded Guardians. Creatures dwell within the defensive structures in the surrounding area. These might be magically animated constructs or natural beasts, which have been encouraged to live here. Well, obviously, if we've got a desert vampire sand castle, we're going to have sand gargoyles, because that's dope. And also, was very cool when they had it in Storm King's Thunder. These vampires aren't afraid of running water, are they? I mean, they live on a river, so I'm going to say no. I'm going to definitely say that they are not afraid of running water. Let's see. And then they've got a guide for mapping our castle. That could actually be pretty useful, since I am technically mapping out a castle right now for Princess Heist. But I kind of already went to the trouble of doing that. Which we're going to work on that tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow, we're going to be working on Princess Heist. So that should be pretty fun. Huh. Oh, look at that. They even provide some sample maps as well. Oh, that's cool. This is such a nice... This is probably one of my favorite books. This, Spectacular Settlements. Well, it's just got so much useful shit in it. Oh, alright. Siri says we are done. So, let's review. We named and started to flesh out a lot of the settlements along the river that makes up Layna Tustani, in order to deal with the biggest problem they have, which is their neighbors in Tesfall. We developed this Tyrannia Hold, which is a massive but not very defensible stronghold that is located along the Fang, which is an artificial canal fed by the artificial river, the Serpent Trench. This actually segues pretty well into what we'll work on next week, which is starting to develop Tesfall, which is the final realm of the 5 realms. and we'll probably put 2 weeks into Tesfall, and then we will loop back around to the beginning and examine the races that we have designed. We will be adding a construct race, or a race of people that augment themselves heavily, and we'll also be fleshing out the races that we want to use. By then, I will need to settle on some kind of system, I think. I wanted to keep this system agnostic if possible, but I feel like 5e is buttering my bread, as it were. So I might just stick with a core 5e design, and then, adapt it for myself if I decide to run it with World of Darkness or Pathfinder 2 or one of the other systems. So, yeah, not bad. I am excited to continue fleshing out this map. We'll do the 2 weeks of Tesfall, then we'll go back and start developing the races a bit more. Well, obviously, if I ran a 5e game, it would be based on Giphy stuff. But as far as like a baseline for design, I would probably say if we had to pick one system right now to commit to paper, we'd probably just stick with 5e, because it's the simplest system, it's the most accessible system, it's the most popular system right now. So now that's not what I would run this in. Yeah, it's not what I would personally run it in. But as far as if I needed to put down stats on paper that could be easily interpreted, I would probably write it as 5th edition and then just adapt it as needed. So, but that's still a couple weeks out. Again, next 2 weeks are going to be working on Tesfall, and then we'll dig back into races. And once we have races taken care of, we can start looking at classes and how they would be influenced by the cultures we've developed and the religions that we've made. And it's just at that point we start mixing everything together and hopefully building something collaboratively with all the assets that we've created so far. So looking forward to it. The next couple weeks are going to be very exciting. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out. I hope that you have a great evening. Tomorrow night we're going to work on Princess Heist. Probably just going to do a bunch of map making in Inkarnate, as far as that goes, because I need to finish the maps if I want to run the playtest for it this month. A lot of exciting stuff going on in Paradise Vale, so if you're curious about West Marches and the Giphy rules and all that, you're welcome to track us down and join up with Paradise Vale. Yeah, I don't think I have any other announcements going on. But also feel free to check out Nord Games' current Kickstarter for their Oracle deck system. Like and subscribe, and all that stuff. So, all right, and I will catch you guys next time.